I think we have discussed about the environmental ethics, right? Okay, so today we'll start with another topic, that is climate change. Just a minute, let me share my screen. Climate change. ये नहीं हुआ ना हमारा? We done with this topic, climate change, global warming, acid rain, ozone layer depletion. Yes or no? What I'm asking, girls? Am I audible to you? Yes or no? Hmm? Someone please reply. Am I audible to you? Why you are not replying? Yes, I am audible to you. Okay. Then tell me, we have done with this topic or not? Climate change, global warming, acid rain, ozone layer depletion. Okay. You are not going to answer me. So let's start with today's topic. Today we are going to discuss about the different changes in the climate, then global warming, acid rain, and ozone layer depletion. Uh, these points, that is global warming, acid rain, all these things we have already discussed in I think third or fourth top unit, right? Yes or no? You know about the global warming, you know about the acid rain, but here how it is affecting the climate change, that we are going to discuss in this topic, in this today's topic. Okay, so the climate change, we know that this average temperature in many regions, it has been increasing in recent decades, right? So means earth, it is getting hotter day by day. Why it is getting hotter day by day? Just because of the rising global average temperature. And this temperature, it is increasing by 0.6 to 0.2 degrees Celsius over the last century. And during this last century, it is increased by 0.6 to 0.2 degrees Celsius. And globally, 1998, it is considered as the warmest year. Which one? The 1998. And the 90th century, sorry, we can say this decade, that is 1999, is the warmest decade on the earth. Okay, and the many countries, they have experienced the increase in rainfall, particularly in the countries situated in the mid to high latitude. This increase in the rainfall, it is just because of this global climate change, and this is happening to the countries which are situated in the mid to higher latitude. In some regions, such as parts of the Asia and Africa, the frequency and the intensity of droughts have been observed. Means somewhere it is heavy rainfall, somewhere it is a drought observed to increase in the recent decade. Means we can say that there is a uncertain rainfall. It may lead to the heavy means floods, or it may lead to the droughts. So this is just because of the climate change. So there are 5 signs of climate change as suggested by the data from the NOAA, that is National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, US. So there are 5 signs of climate change, means how we can observe that, how we can conclude the climate is changing day by day. The very first is increase in the global concentration of carbon dioxide. So increase in the global concentration of carbon dioxide, it is an important, we know that carbon dioxide, it is an important heat trapping gas, or we can call it as a greenhouse gas. We have already discussed about the greenhouse gases. Methane, it is a greenhouse gas, then CO2, it is a greenhouse gas. So this CO2, it is responsible for the trapping of heat on the earth surface, and it maintains the concentration of the, or we can say the temperature of the earth. And this CO2, it is released through the human activities. We know that burning of fossil fuels, it leads to emission of CO2. Then different types of natural processes such as respiration, volcanic eruption, deforestation, all these things, it leads to the increase in the concentration of carbon dioxide. So this is the one reason behind the change in the climate. Then second one, it is increase in the global surface temperature. So global surface temperature, it was in 2010 to 2005 to 2010, it was considered as the warmest year on record by NASA. So then because of this different climatic condition, changing climatic condition, the global surface temperature of this earth is increasing. Why? Because different types of greenhouse gases, they are increasing, and these gases, they are leading to the means because of these gases, the temperature, or the we can say the surface temperature of the earth, it is increasing, because these greenhouse gases, they are responsible for the trapping of heat get trapped because of these greenhouse gases. And nowadays these greenhouse gases, they are increasing day by day, and which is leading to the global surface temperature, or increase in the global surface temperature. Then the third one is the decline in the Arctic sea ice. The Arctic sea ice, it is now declining at the rate of 11.5% per decade, relative to the average which was in 1980s to 2000. It was the average, but nowadays it has increased up to the 11.5% than the normal rate. Okay, so generally this Arctic sea ice, it reaches its minimum in the each September, means during the September, it reaches its minimum, uh, we can say the level, sea level. Then a decrease in the land ice. Decrease in the land ice means melting of glaciers, we can call. So because of this, there is a rise in sea level. So decrease in the land ice means the continent of the Antarctica, it has been losing more than 100 cubic kilometers of the ice per year, means near about 24 cubic miles per year. So because of that, what is happening? Because of that, the sea levels, they are rising day by day. Yes, who's there? Pallavi, mute yourself. So this sea level rise, it is caused by the expansion of the seawater as it warms up in response to climate change and the widespread melting of the land ice. Okay, so all these are the reasons, these five reasons are there behind the change in global climate. This global climate change is just because of these five reasons. Now, this climatologist of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, that is IPCC, they have reviewed the result of several experiments in order to estimate the changes in climate in the course of this century. And these studies have shown, according to this climatologist, in the near future, the global mean surface temperature, the global mean surface temperature, it will rise by 1.4 to 5.8 degrees Celsius, and thereby warming will be the greatest over the land areas and at high latitudes. Means the warming, high latitudes means this latitude means, do you know the altitude and latitude? What is meant by altitude? Altitude and latitude, girls, do you know? So altitude means the height from sea level, and latitude means we can say the distance from the equator. So during the next few years, the temperature will rise by 1.4 to 5.8 degrees Celsius. So global mean sea level, again it is projected to rise by 9 to 88 centimeter by the year to means 2100. Okay, means 2 to 88 centimeter means this is too much. अगर ऐसे ही ये बढ़ता रहेगा तो the day will come that some cities, or we can say the area which is present near to the coastal area, they will be under the water. They will get suspended into that water sea. we can say. So human societies will be seriously affected by these extreme of climates. So extreme climates means extreme drought, sometime flood, sometime heavy rainfall. So such as a droughts and floods, such extreme climatic condition, it affects the human societies. And a changing climate would it would bring about the changes in the frequency, or we can say in the intensity of this extreme. This intensity of this extreme, it may be less or more according to the changing climatic condition. And this is the major concern for the human health, because this change in climate, it affects the human health. So one by one we'll see how this global climate is changing and what are the different effects of this changing climate. So first it is the global warming. We know that the global warming means the rise in earth's temperature globally. So global means it is a globally, and warming means the rise in temperature. So near about 75% of the solar energy, we know that the sun, it is the only source of energy for the a natural source of energy for the earth. And near about 75% of the solar energy reaching the earth, it is absorbed on the earth surface, right? So the total out of total energy, the 70% of the energy, it is get absorbed by the earth surface to maintain its temperature, and the rest of the 25% of the heat, it get radiates back to the atmosphere, means by means of reflection, by means of heat, by means of temperature. So rest of the 25% heat, it radiates back to the atmosphere. And some amount of the heat, it is trapped by the greenhouse gases, right? So I already explained you about the greenhouse effect. So what is the greenhouse effect? There are some types of gases, that gases, they are called as greenhouse gases. So they are present near to the earth surface, right? So these gases, they absorb the uh, this radiated heat or reflected heat, and they trap this heat near the earth surface. And because of that trapping of heat, the surface temperature of earth, it get maintained because this greenhouse gases, right? But these greenhouse gases, they are good, but when they are good, when they are present in the bearable amount, or when they are present at the tolerable amount. And if these greenhouse gases, they will increase more than the required rate, at that time what will happen? The more amount of it will get trapped near the earth surface, and it will lead to the rise in temperature, rise in earth's surface temperature. So these greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, it is released by different activities, human activities, and it is rapidly increasing day by day. And as these global gases, they are increasing day by day because of the human activity, so it is leading to the global warming, right? Means these greenhouse gases, they are trapping more and more heat near the surface, and which is leading to the global warming. Okay, are you getting, girls? Yes or no? Come on, anyone? What I'm explaining, are you getting, girls? Yes or no? The average surface temperature is about 15 degrees Celsius. This is about 33 degrees Celsius higher than it would be in the absence of greenhouse effect. See, the average surface temperature is about 15 degrees Celsius, and this is about 33 degree higher than it would be in the absence of greenhouse effect. Without such gases, most of the earth's surface would be frozen. If the greenhouse gases, it won't be there, then our surface would be frozen with the mean air temperature up to minus 18 degrees Celsius. And these human activities during the last few decades, such as industrialization, then population growth, have polluted the atmosphere to the extent that it has begun to seriously affect the climate. The climate is getting affected just because of the human activities, such as huge amount of growth in the population, then industrialization. And we know that the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it has increased by the 31% since pre-industrial times. and it is causing more heat to be trapped in the lower atmosphere. And because of that, carbon dioxide, as it is one of the greenhouse gas, it is trapping more amount of heat near the earth's surface, and it is leading to the global warming. There is evidence to show that carbon dioxide level are still increasing. And many countries, they have signed the convention to reduce the greenhouse gases. Means not only the carbon dioxide, but also methane is there, chlorofluorocarbon, hydrochlorofluorocarbon, that is CFC, SCFC. So many countries, they have signed the convention to reduce the greenhouse gases under the United Nations Convention of Climate Change. And the current international agreements are, however, not still effective to prevent the significant changes in the climate and a rise in sea level. Although they have signed this, uh, we can say, convention, but these methods, they are not still effective to prevent the changes in climate and to stop the rise in sea level. Just a minute. Now this was the first, global warming. Now moving towards the acid rain. Because of the changing climatic condition, it is leading to the acid rain. Now we have discussed about the acid rain already. Yes or no, girls? Do you know about the acid rain? Girls, am I audible to you? Yes, I am audible. Then why you are not answering the questions? I am asking you something. So you have to reply that. If you know, then tell me no. If you know the answer, then tell me the answer. Don't type in the chat box. You can unmute yourself and you can talk. So, acid rain, what about acid rain? Come on, tell me, unmute yourself and talk. Otherwise, I am not going to teach you anything. From next lecture, what I am going to do, I will give you the topic according to your roll number and I will ask you to explain, like seminars. Roll number wise, there will be no excuse to anyone. I am going to give you one topic to each one and you have to explain, you have to prepare the slides, make the PPT and explain to your class. Okay? Because you are not answering anything. I am asking you the questions, you are not replying. I am audible to you, still you are not replying. Hmm? Is this a way to interact with the teachers? See, now you are in SY, next year you will go in TY, right? So you should know how to interact. At least you should follow the basic manners to interact with the teachers. If someone is asking you the question, you should answer. If you know the answer, then you can explain. And if you don't know the answer, then you can even explain, man, we don't know. But you should interact. You are not interacting.
चला दिए फिर
Whose mic is on? Sakshi Malik. Mute yourself. So acid rain. Let's talk about the acid rain. You are not going to talk, I know. So acid rain, it is it happens when the fuels, or we can say the fossil fuels such as petroleum products and the coal, oil, natural gas, when they burn, the chemicals such as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide oxides, they are produced, and these chemicals react with the water and other chemical in the air to form the sulfuric acid. The sulfur and the nitrogen, it is getting released because of the burning, and this sulfur and nitrogen, they reacts with the other forms present in the atmosphere such as water and other chemical, and they forms the acid, and this acid, it is the harmful pollutant, and these pollutants, they spread upward into the atmosphere and they are carried by the air current or sometimes they get returned to the ground in the form of acid rain, fog or snow. So that is called as acid rain. Means acid, the pollutant, acidic pollutant, they comes to the earth by with the help of rain. Such types of rain, it is called as acid rain. And the corrosive, this, as we know, the acid is corrosive in nature. So it causes many forms of environmental damages. This acid pollutant also occur as a dry particle and the gases. It is not like the acid is, it is present in the form of liquid only. It may be present in the form of dry particles or maybe gases, and they reaches to the earth and add to the acids in the rain to form a more corrosive solution, and this is called as the acid deposition. Now we will see what are the effects of this acid rain. Acid rain, it dissolves and washes away the nutrient in the soil which are needed by the plants. Acid rain dissolves and washes away nutrients in the soil which are needed by the plant. It can also dissolve the naturally occurring toxic substances like aluminum, mercury, then freeing them to pollute the water and poison the plants. Means water pollution and poisoning of the plants. Then acid rain indirectly affects the plants by removing nutrients from the soil in which they grow. Uh, Again, it affects the trees more directly by creating the holes because of the acid. The leaves, uh, if this acid rain it falls on the plants at that time, what happens? This acid, it creates the holes on the leaves, right? And because of that, mm, this, what will happen? What will happen? The waxy, because of that holes, the waxy coating of the leaves, it get damaged, and if it get damaged, it leads to the browning of the leaves, and it also affect the process of photosynthesis. And such damaged plants or the leaves, they are more vulnerable to the insect attack, means the attack of pest. They may be very much sensitive to drought and cold because of the hole formation on the leaf. Acid rain that falls or flows as a groundwater to reach the rivers, lakes, and the wetlands, means they are causing the water pollution, and they are because of this acid rain, this water, it may become more acidic, and which is not suitable for the life, means for that aquatic animals. It may be plant or it may be animals present in that nearby water bodies. So this affects the plants and animal life in the aquatic ecosystem. Again, acid rain also has a far reaching effects on wildlife, means it adversely affects the species, one species, and the entire food chain is disrupted if the that acid, it is getting deposited in the body of one of the species of the food chain. So that particular species will be eaten by the another trophic level. So entire food chain is disrupted ultimately and endangering the entire ecosystem. So different aquatic species can tolerate the different level of acidity, right? There is a level of acid, means there is a pH scale 1 to 14. So if the pH of water is in between 1 to 6.5, then such type of water, it is called as acidic water. And if the pH of water, it is near about 6.5 to 7.5, then it is called as neutral pH. And if the pH of water, it is more than 7.5 to 14, means in between 7.5 to 14, then such type of water is called as basic water, right? So different plants and different animals, they need the certain amount of pH for their daily activities. For example, the mayflies, they have a high mortality when water pH is 6, means if the pH is acidic, means 6 means it is the acidic pH. At that time, these mayflies, they shows high mortality rate, whereas this frog, they can tolerate the more acidic water. Although with the decline in the supply of mayflies, frog population may also decline. Means each and every species, it needs the particular amount of water, or it needs the particular amount of acidity. So if the acidity will change, then the species, definitely it will get affected. Then acid rain and the dry acid deposition damages the buildings, that is buildings, different types of monuments, automobiles, then paints of the different buildings, cars, and other structure made up of stone and metal. So the acid corrodes the materials, causing extensive damage, and it ruins the historical buildings. We know the example of Taj Mahal. Do you know the Taj Mahal? Where it is situated? It is situated. Where it is situated? Girls, do you know about the Taj? What I am asking? You are not replying at all. I am very much disappointed with you. The students from BA, they are so much interactive all the time when I am taking their lecture. Every time they are interactive. They are asking the questions, they are answering the questions, but you people, you are not talking a single word. You are doing same in the other lectures also? Or you are not interested in EVS? Yes, come on, tell me. Come on, unmute yourself and talk. Where is your CR? Harshada, are you there? Are you there, Harshada? Anyone is there? Second CR? Just a minute, girls. Komal Dhanshire, are you there? Komal, are you there? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Komal, you are the 11th class student, no? Why you have joined this class? This is not your class. Am I audible to you? This is SY Bcom class. Leave this class. Why you have joined this class, Komal? Okay, girls. SY girls, come on, tell me who is your CR? Harshada, she is not there today.
Ma'am Vidhi.
Who?
Vidhi.
Nidhi Agrawal. Okay, you're the second CR. Who is
मैम
the,
मैंने सीआर मेरी सिस्टर है.
where is she? Harshada is your sister, Nidhi. I think your CR is
Yes ma'am.
Harshada. I think your CR is Harshada, no?
मैम हर्षदा and Vidhi.
Vidhi. Okay, so where is Vidhi? Where is she?
She is not in class.
Then I'm not asking you if she is not in class. That I know. But where is she? I'm asking. I know that she is not in class. Where is she? Okay.
Ma'am
On
I
behalf.
don't know.
Oh, you don't know she's your sister and you don't lie. Huh? Okay. On behalf of
नहीं ma'am.
Vidhi, now Nidhi will answer the questions. Nidhi, where are you? कहाँ गई? हाँ.
I'm at home.
Who is at home?
Nidhi.
Okay. Nidhi at home. And Vidhi?
Ma'am I don't know where is she.
You don't know where is she? She have joined the class. See? Your roll number is 60 and her is 61, na? She is your real sister. Are you
Ma'am
twins
we
or
both are
what?
twins.
Twins, yes, yes. That I am getting from your names that you are both are twins and you don't know where is she. Okay.
No,
So,
ma'am.
so see, Nidhi Agrawal and Vidhi Agrawal both are in the class, but Vidhi is not answering as she is CR, no Vidhi.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. She joined just now.
ओके कहाँ थी बेटा आप विधि कहाँ हो
Ma'am, due to network,
आप एक ही घर में रहते
I
हो
have
कि अलग
not
अलग
joined.
घर में रहते हो
मैम एक ही घर में रहते हैं बट सिम कार्ड अलग अलग है ना तो रेंज नहीं रहता है कभी कभी.
तो फिर एक ही से ज्वाइन करो ना कभी
बट
अगर
मैम एक इससे कैसे ज्वाइन करेगा, एक को ही अटेंडेंस मिलेगा.
अटेंडेंस की बात नहीं है व्हेन यू आर इफ यू रियली वांट टू लिसन द लेक्चर्स तो आप एक हेडफोन यूज करके या स्पीकर ऑन करके भी सुन सकते हो ना इफ यू आर विलिंग टू डू सो
यस मैम.
okay but what is the question that is not the question tell me ki all your classmates are doing same in all lectures they are not answering the questions to teachers
नहीं मैम करते हैं वो लोग आंसर.
तो फिर ईवीएस क्यों नहीं करते ईवीएस वो पढ़ना नहीं चाहते क्या उनको पास नहीं होना है ईवीएस में सी इट इज द कंपलसरी सब्जेक्ट और आपको इसमें पास होना ही होना है
यस मैम.
अगर इसमें अगर पास नहीं हुए आप तो आपको डिग्री नहीं मिलेगी पता है लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर
यस.
फ्यू गर्ल्स ने ऐसे ही किया था कि they took it very lightly they didn't submit their assignment project so they didn't get the marks और फिर फेल हो गए फिर टीवाई पास तो कर गए लेकिन फिर डिग्री नहीं मिली बिकॉज ऑफ द ईवीएस तो फिर टीवाई खत्म होने के बाद उनको सब करना पड़ा सब प्रोसीजर एग्जाम असाइनमेंट एंड देन दे गॉट द डिग्री
यस मैम.
yes but what I am asking ki those who are present in the class they can answer no why they are not answering if you don't want to learn this evs then tell me
नो मैम वी हैव टू लर्न ईवीएस.
otherwise I will talk with the principal ma'am and I will explain her that girls they are not replying me anything I'm asking the questions they are not interacting with me they are not interested anymore and I will stop taking your evs class I don't
नो
want
मैम
this
वी
one
हैव
sided
टू.
interaction all the girls from ba I'm taking the evs for ba also so all the girls they are replying they are asking the questions if they are not getting any points they are asking they are interacting with me so many times I am asking you the questions you are no, not a single person from your side they are replying what is
सॉरी
this
मैम वी.
no
आई
I
नो.
am not expecting sorry from you if you want to learn this evs see it is not the every year that you have to learn although it is not a compulsory subject for you but it is the important you should realize the importance of this na
यस मैम.
then so many girls from your class so many times I'm asking them to unmute themselves and talk still they are not talking then see you should realize now you are the in sy next year you will get your degree you will be the graduate students so being a responsible citizen of our country you should know what is the environment what should be our duties what should we do for the environment supreme court the honorable supreme court made this evs compulsory so उन्होंने क्यों कंपलसरी किया क्या जरूरत थी इसके पीछे कुछ तो होगा ना बेटा
यस मैम.
so you are not getting the seriousness of this all these studies it is not just for the 50 marks or 100 marks or for getting the degrees
मैम नाउ वी विल गिव यू आंसर्स.
you are ensuring me on behalf of your class and if you agar nahi answer kiya to I will give you only one chance I will conduct your next lecture in that I will observe whether you are replying me or not whether you are concentrating on the aspects even you are not answering ki what I have taught you in the last lecture I am asking you ki what we have discussed in the last lecture even that thing you are not telling me so what is the use of teaching you this evs why should I teach you this evs so पढ़ो ही मत I will announce that your course is completed. I will give you the marks 100 out of 100 and you all will be passed in the EVS. Don't worry about that. If you want to learn it, really if you want to learn it, then and then I will, I'm going to teach you all these things. Otherwise, no need. मैं क्यों पढ़ाऊँ आपको